morning, yogis. I'm Jade Ocean, and today we're going to be doing a nice little morning yoga flow, very simple, just to create some energy in the upper body, just open it up a little bit, and the lower body as well. You know, we use our arms throughout the day, and so we're just going to build a little bit of, openness and flow into the arms too, okay? So when you're ready, you can find a spot. You can stay in bed. If you're in bed, you can also come down to the floor, come onto your mat, just whatever's comfortable for you. All you need for today is possibly a blanket or a pillow, so either or. And when you're ready, I'm going to meet you in your spot to practice. And when you're ready, let's come into a nice Sukhasana, a cross-leg pose. So with our knees out to the side, we want to make sure that we're able to root down evenly with both sitting bones, our butt bones, and find that natural curve in the back. So we want to be able to lengthen up without feeling like we're rounding. We are in a little bit of a forward tip here just because, our legs are up, we're bending just a little bit. And so you want to be able to create length in this position. If you do feel that your back is rounding and this is a little bit more difficult, you have the option to also maybe take the edge of the pillow or a blanket and place it just underneath your bottom, your sitting bones, just to create a little bit more elevation, just a little bit, because we will be moving. We don't want to be too high up. So you can just roll up an edge or just place just that little edge of the pillow underneath your sitting bones just to create a little lift, and that will help you to create that natural curvature in the spine. So maybe placing your hands facing up on your thighs, on your knees, drawing your elbows maybe in just a little bit towards the legs so they're not just hanging out. A deep inhale, creating space within the spine, drawing the breath into the entire body. So imagining that oxygen just flowing into each little section. So maybe first coming into the belly and then feeling it rise into the ribs, the side ribs, lifting the chest, nice and slow and controlled. And then exhaling, maybe allowing for the ribs just to maybe absorb into the body. So just letting them fall and absorb back in, not necessarily forcing them to come into the belly, but just allowing them to fall. Lifting the heart just a touch. Drawing the shoulders just back and down and allowing them just to rest. Creating space in the neck, lifting the crown of the head up, which is not lifting the top, the front of the head, but more towards the back, so center back. We're just creating this space as we inhale, rising a little bit higher with each inhale, and then exhale, absorbing and drawing into the midline. And just let's take this moment or a few moments here just to connect with our breath and just feel it. We've been sleeping for quite a bit. And so just to wake up and notice how the breath moves throughout us is very nice and soothing. Nice and slow and controlled. Deep inhale, remember the oxygen into the side ribs, creating expansion in the side body. Lifting the heart, maybe drawing that breath into the back of the heart, lifting the back up just a little bit towards the chest. Exhale, again softening the ribs, maybe firming the belly up and in just a touch, creating activeness in the belly. Nice slow steady inhale to create length in the neck, equally in both sides of the neck, maybe moving the head side to side very slowly. Now your next inhale, I'm going to ask you to draw your hands to heart center. So pressing palms together and then drawing your thumbs towards your heart, maybe to touch the heart. Pressing into the palms, drawing energy throughout the forearms, out the elbows, maybe opening the collarbone a little bit deeper. Lifting the heart up, firming the belly, supporting the lower back, being careful not to bend the lower back. And then when you're ready, I'm going to have you extend your hands out in front of you and straight up. Deep inhale, reaching through the side body, through the ribs, and then exhale, firming the belly up and into the body, into the spine. And then when you're ready, deep inhale one more time here. And then as you exhale, I want your palms to begin to angle out. So we're internally rolling to allow our triceps to roll behind us. And then just extending our arms out to the side very, very slowly and softly, reaching away from the body and just allowing our hands to come all the way down to our sides. And then as we come up, we're going to begin to rotate very slowly. So my palms are rotating from my shoulders all the way. The whole arm is rotating in one. So I'm rotating. As I come up, my palms begin to twist with my entire arm. So my triceps begin to come forward. And I'm just going to lift all the way up, reaching, triceps are forward. I'm reaching with my side body, with my spine, the crown of my head, allowing my shoulders to maintain length. So allowing them to soften down, not necessarily pulling them down. Allowing our shoulder blades to create space away from our spine. And then again, exhale, palms begin to face down and triceps roll back, reaching away from the body. Very good. And then next time I want you to begin to do the same thing. So we're going to rotate our triceps forward, lift the palms up, and then when we come to the very top, I want you to bring your palms as you bend the elbows out to the side. Palms are going to come just behind the head. So my thumbs are below my ears, the bottom of my ears, right? Kind of on my jaw here. And then my fingers are not laced behind me. They're just placed very gently on the back of my head. So I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see me here. You guys can stay where you are. So my fingers are just lightly just touching my head, not necessarily pulling. We want to keep our spine and our neck, our cervical spine, just all neutral here. We're not applying any pressure on the neck. We're just opening the chest, opening the collarbone, extending the elbows out away from us. A deep inhale. Exhale, begin to roll. So we're going to roll the belly back. So we're coming into these cat-cows here in this Sukhasana, this cross-leg position. So we're going to begin to close the elbows as we firm the belly to protect the lower back. And we're just going to roll our bodies back as we bring our heads down. And our hands are on the back of our head. We're just going to lightly allow for a little stretch in the back of the neck. My elbows are drawing forward. I'm stretching the back, my shoulder blades away from my spine. So I'm creating this nice expansion in my back body and just firming my belly, maybe rolling forward just a little bit, crunching. So we're using our abdomen to create a little bit of a crunch here as we exhale. Inhale, begin to extend the elbows out once again. This time, keeping the hands on the head. This time we're going to lift the heart just a little bit higher this time. So deep inhale to lift the heart up. So not forward, but up. Keeping the ribs softening into the body, keeping the belly nice and firm, protecting the back. And then exhale again, drawing the elbows to the front and then down as we roll the back body back, allowing for a deep stretch, drawing that exhale into the belly, firming into a bit of a crunch here, allowing for a soft stretch in the back of the neck. I'm not really applying pressure here in my neck. I'm just allowing my hands to just let gravity allow a little bit of maybe some tension, just to allow for a little baby stretch in here. And deep inhale, very slow, very, very slowly, very controlled. And lifting the heart up, keeping the belly firm. Opening the chest, opening the front of the shoulders up, and then exhale again. We'll do this a couple more times. I call these my butterfly cat-cows. Lots of animals. Nice and slow, controlled exhale. Maybe stay for just a moment at the bottom of the exhale. Then very slowly begin to open to come into your inhale. Lifting the head straight in line with the rest of the spine. Lifting the heart, opening the chest. Think of drawing the shoulders back and out. And then again, exhale. Let's roll the belly back, firm the navel up and in towards the spine. The spine releases back. We're stretching the shoulder blades, which is in the upper back, away from the spine. So think of drawing that energy in that space, right? We're expanding the lungs into the back body here. And then one more time, we're going to extend the elbows out, lift the heart up, maybe drawing the fingertips to the head. So we're bringing the arms out just a little bit further. And then maybe opening the fingertips, so we press the palms towards the face. So we're pressing it forward as we open the fingers a little bit here, keeping the neck in line. Not pushing the head. We're just opening, using our head just to apply a little bit of pressure with the fingertips to open the front of the palms here. And then when you're ready, extend the arms out to the side and then release them down. And just noticing that energy, you may feel, a little bit of heat building up in the front shoulders. You may notice your back is just a little feeling a little awake right now. Maybe moving side to side, placing your palms up on your knees once again, just how we started, and just making sure you shake it off just a little bit, maybe moving your body side to side. Okay, and so next we're going to extend our arms out to the side once again, and then straight up, so triceps are rolling forward, and I want you to grab your left wrist with your right hand. And then we're going to deep inhale, lift up, exhale, begin to bend very carefully towards the right side. So we're pulling our wrist up and towards the right side, but we're actually extending our left body towards the left side. So we're not just bending, because if we bend, we'll just dip and apply too much pressure in the lower back and hurt. So we're just opening up that left side body. So we're lifting, creating space, drawing our wrist over towards the right side just a little bit, so up towards the right corner, not necessarily the right side, so just up. We're reaching, and then we're applying pressure, so pushing our left body out to the left side to really open it up. So again, inhaling into the belly, going through the checklist, into the chest, allowing the ribs to expand, which may feel a little different with this compression on the left side. Just drawing that breath into the tension, creating space. And then when you're ready, bring your hands back up, extend palms to palms facing each other, maybe to touch, and then let's begin to rotate the arms, triceps to the back, hands face the ground. We're extending the hands back down. Deep inhale, lifting, let's just reset. So lifting up through the crown of the head, making sure you stay nice and relaxed in the hips, so maybe you need to shake out just once again. When we do this and our hips are bent, they tend to stiffen up. So just constantly reminding yourself to relax the legs here. Deep inhale once again. We're going to extend the palms up. Remember, we're rotating, so triceps come forward, palms begin to face each other. And then this time we're going to grab with our right hand, we're going to grab our left wrist. And then same thing. So we're going to draw our left wrist up, and we're going to begin to pull it towards that left corner as we press towards the right side with our right side body. So I'm extending like my lats. My lat is like the side of my back here, right? My upper back. And my torso, the side of my ribs, my right ribs, out towards. I'm pulling and then extending, creating nice space. You may not feel space, you may feel tightness, and that's quite all right. So also noticing that your arm stays above the head. We're not cranking the head forward, we're keeping that space in that neutral neck. We're just tilting to the side here. We want to lift the shoulder up, that way then our arm stays back. If it's here, that's perfectly fine too, but we do want to keep that neutral curvature in the back, so we don't want to be hunching forward. And then when you're ready, extend your hands back up, and then again begin to internally rotate the entire arm. Triceps roll back, palms are facing down, and we're just going to allow our hands to come back to the floor. Maybe rolling out the shoulders a little bit, moving around a little. Let's go ahead and change and switch up our legs right here. So you guys can extend your legs out just to the front really quick, and then just maybe move your knees, just maybe slapping the back of the knees just to wake the legs up. maybe rocking back and forth with the upper body. And then what we're going to do is switch our legs. So we're going to have now the opposite leg either in front or on top, okay, just to switch it up. All right, so this time we're going to bring our hands back to heart center. Maybe our thumbs are touching our heart, energizing out through the elbows, spreading the collarbone, spreading the chest. Deep inhale, lengthening up through the sitting bones. We're rooting down, lengthening up through the crown of the head, all the way up through each chakra. From the bottom, the base of the spine, up through each vertebrae of the back, reaching past the heart, allowing that energy to rise up through the neck, up through the head. And then when you're ready, go ahead and extend your arms straight up. We begin to twist to our right side, just using our core. So we're using our core to twist. And then extend your right hand down behind you. Maybe fingertips touch the surface wherever you're sitting. And right behind the sitting bones, the right sitting bones, we're going to extend our left hand just either into our lap, maybe the front space in front of our lap. Deep inhale here, and then exhale, maybe creating a little bit more of a twist around the spine. So our spine is still neutral. We're twisting our bodies around our spine. So we're not moving our spine forward or back. Our spine's like a pole that we're twisting around. One more inhale, remembering to create that length. Exhale, a little deeper twist. And then when you're ready, go ahead and do it again. So we're just shifting our body back forward. Bring your hands maybe into your lap or maybe onto your knees, palms up. Just recenter. And then let's extend the arms back straight up. So we're just going to sweep them straight up. And then we're going to begin to twist to the left side this time. So we're just using our core to twist to the left side. Okay, and then extend your left hand, arm all the way back behind you. Hand maybe comes fingertips to the surface behind your left sitting bones, and then extend your right hand either into your lap or into the surface in front of your lap. And then we're just going to use a little bit, so we're mainly using our core here, maybe using a little bit of the hands to assist to come deeper into the twist. So deep inhale, creating the length, right? We need length before we twist. So creating space between the vertebrae to allow for a deeper, more intimate contraction and twist. Deep inhale, remember we're twisting around the spine. Stay from the inhale, lifting up. Exhale, maybe twisting a little bit deeper. Firming the belly and keeping the core very strong. And then when you're ready, release the hands, face forward. Very good. And then this time what I want you to do is extend your arms back out to the side. Lift them up, so triceps are facing forward. And then we're going to release our left hand just to the side of us. And then sweep our right hand down and in front of us. So we're kind of creating, my left hand is on the floor, just to the side here, so it's out just a little bit to the side of me. And my body is still neutral, so it's still, in a neutral spine, nice straight natural curves. And then my left hand's going to sweep, so staying straight, sweep in front of me and all the way out to the left side and straight up. I'm going to open my shoulder up. So I'm reaching my hands now away from each other. So I'm in this side bend with my hands kind of creating this nice energetic line. So I'm doing kind of like this side salutation with my right hand. My arm comes straight up to the side, so it's a nice straight line, energizing through my left hand on the floor, out through my right hand. It's reaching up towards the right corner. And then I'm going to extend my right hand down towards the floor. And then now my left hand is going to reach out towards the front of me, all the way around, reaching towards the right side. And remember, my right arm is staying nice and straight. And I'm just reaching, so I feel a little stretch maybe in my side hip here. And I'm just going to continue to breathe as I reach my left hand up now towards the left corner, energizing from my right hand all the way out through my left hand. Deep inhale here, and then exhale. Again, we're going to release our left hand down to the floor. Begin to sweep your left arm in front of you all the way up, reaching your hand up to the right corner nice and slow. As you inhale, coming to maybe the top of the inhale. Then exhale, begin to release your right hand down. It's like teeter-totter, so we're moving side to side and doing these side sweeps. Deep inhale. Left hand reaches, reaching, pressing into the floor with your right hand. Left hand's reaching away. And then exhale, begin to release your left hand down again. Right arm's going to come in front of you, sweep all the way around and up. So we're sweeping past the left side, coming up towards the right corner, reaching, creating length. Don't forget about the length in the body. And then exhale, release your right hand down to the floor. And deep inhale here. And then exhale. Very good. So let's sweep our hands around us. So we're going to, let's sweep our legs around, and then we're going to come into a virasana. So virasana is where we are, you can remove your blanket or your pillow, whatever you're sitting on. So virasana is going to be where you're sitting on your shins are on the floor, where knees are bent, we're sitting up onto our heels, or you guys can have a block here too. We are going to be going up and down. So if you want to place either a blanket or a block or a pillow between the legs, I'm just going to, if you have a block, you can place it long, so it's long from ankle to ankle, and just place it between the ankles. Same thing with a pillow, you can just place it between the legs, and just again finding your natural curves here. Deep inhale. Let's extend the arms straight out in front of us. We're going to clasp our hands here, so clasping our hands, and then again we're going to rotate. So we're going to rotate our hands, twist them so that way then we're doing like this reverse clasp. So we're opening up our palms, our hands. So my fingers are interlaced and they're pressing and opening. The palms are pressing and then opening my fingers and my palms. Deep inhale, so I'm reaching forward here. And then I'm going to lift to reach up. And I'm coming into this sort of a belly nice and strong, pressing my sacrum into my body. My arms are reaching up, and I can begin to open the shoulders, the front of the shoulders, as long as you keep your belly nice and strong to support your back. So I'm pulling my tailbone down here. You can come straight up and begin to lean back if you need to feel it first. So coming up, maybe straight up, your arms are reaching, so we're reaching. We're doing the same thing with the salutations, only we're opening the palms up here. Arms are straight, we're pulling that into the arms, and then the arms straighten more towards the inside. And we're reaching, creating length, pressing our sacrum into our body, pulling our hips in towards the midline, and then again, we're going to release our hips back to the block as we extend our arms now forward, still in clasp. Deep inhale here. Exhale. Let's go again. We're going to lift, so using our quads, our legs to lift, pressing the sacrum into the body, pulling the tailbone down, drawing the hips towards each other. We're going to keep our belly so firm, drawing, creating that space, so drawing the sacrum down to create the space in the lower back, right? So inhale, lift the hands up. Maybe begin to lean back a little bit, opening the shoulders up a bit more. And then exhale, release the hips as we extend our arms now forward. Let's do this one more time. Lifting the arms up, lifting the hips up, pressing the sacrum into the body. Inhale, softening the ribs, keeping the belly nice and firm, creating space and length in the side ribs. Firming the hips in towards each other, firming the inner thighs in towards each other, and then exhale, hands come out in front of you, still in a clasp. We're opening the back body now, and then release the hands. Very, very good. So let's remove our block or whatever we're sitting on, place it off to the side. We're going to come into a nice tabletop pose, Brahmanasana. So deep inhale here. Exhale. Very good. Deep inhale. Exhale again. Let's inhale and lift our right hand in front of us, we're going to extend our left leg out behind us. So we're lifting from our inner thigh to create a nice straight leg, so the front of our thigh is facing down. Maybe flexing the foot, keeping the belly nice and firm so we don't go into a back bend here. We're pressing with that left palm into the ground, making sure that we're pressing evenly throughout the entire palm, keeping the right hip pulled into the body, so we're drawing the hips towards each other. Deep inhale, reaching from fingertip to heel, and then exhale, rounding the back, or drawing, firming the belly, drawing the knee and the elbow to touch and drawing it in towards the belly as we spread the back. A deep inhale, extending out, away from the body. And then exhale, again, drawing the elbow towards the knee and drawing the knee and elbow into the chest or the belly. Extend out one more time. Again, drawing the knee to touch elbow. And then release. Very good. Let's do the other side. So lifting the right leg back, left arm comes forward, keeping our belly nice and firm to support our lower back. We're firming that tailbone down towards the right heel, right? We're keeping our left hip pulled into the body. Right hip pulls down because it wants to lift high up, so we want to draw it down, keeping our hips level to the floor. Deep inhale, remember rotating with the inner thigh up, keeping the heel pointed up. And then exhale, rounding the belly, rounding the back, firming the belly up and in, drawing knee and elbow to touch, and then drawing it up into the body. Extend the arm forward and the leg out. Remembering to keep energy pressing throughout the entire right palm. And then exhale, knee and elbow to touch, and drawing it into the body, creating a little bit of a rounded back here, but keeping the belly firm to support the back. Again, inhale to extend the right leg and left hand forward, right leg back, and then one more time drawing it into the belly, and then release, back down. Very good. So this time we're going to extend both feet. We're going to come into a plank, so left leg steps out, followed by your right leg, and then making sure that you're pressing evenly, rotating those triceps back, lowering the hips so we keep that neutral spine, so drawing the tailbone down towards the heels, maybe opening the heels up a little bit, the ankles up, rocking. Deep inhale here, lower the knees, come all the way down, bending the elbows straight back, coming all the way down to your surface. And deep inhale here, maybe uncurling the toes, pressing them into the floor. Deep inhale, we're going to just keep our elbows facing back, so pointing back, pressing our palms into the floor, drawing them backwards to create length, lifting the upper body up just a little bit, lifting the heart forward as we inhale, pulling the tailbone down, creating space in the lower back, and then exhale, release the forehead down to the floor. And then on the next inhale, let's lift up with our palms onto our knees. Very good. And then we're going to curl our toes under, lift our hips straight up and back into our first Adho Mukha Svanasana. Just a nice little down dog here. Remember, triceps roll back. We're firming the arms in together to activate and really fire up the chest, pressing the palms evenly, especially on the inside of the palms into the surface. And lifting the hips straight up and back, maybe bending the knees to create length. So we want to make sure that we're creating a nice straight line from wrist all the way up to the side hip on both sides. And then when you're ready, I want you to lift your right leg straight up and back, and then bend at the knee to aim your right foot towards now the front, so the left front corner. So we're coming into a scorpion here. So lifting our knee up, keeping our right hip down. Chest, place it down in between the hands, and then we're just going to press into the floor with our left palm and begin to twist. So we're energizing, lifting our back leg up, our back knee up. We're energizing and firming that quad as we twist up towards the sky with our right hand. We're twisting to the right. Deep inhale here. Exhale, release the right hand back down. We're going to release our back knee, so our left knee, uncurl the toes, coming up into our Kapyasana. So extend the arms straight back, out and back, palms face forward, and then exhale, begin to round the spine. So we're going to create these little like flying, so you can extend your arms. So create a little, flow with your arms. So all we're doing is flying back, opening the chest, coming forward, rounding the back. So keeping your right hip back, keeping your left hip really opening up. We're drawing that tailbone down, being very careful to draw the tailbone down, lifting up, creating space as we fly. And all we're doing is doing that cat-cow in this flying position. Maybe closing your eyes, testing your balance here. I'm going to do 2 more times. One more time. And when you're ready, extend your arms out, release them back to the floor. We're going to press into the ground, curl our back toes to lift our back knee, and then lift our right leg to meet our left leg. We're going to lower our knees back down, come all the way back down to the ground. Release your forehead to the floor, uncurl the toes. Deep inhale, pressing up, pressing into the palms, maybe straightening the arms this time. So pulling the tailbone down, coming up maybe as high as you can, maybe curling the toes under to come into your up dog, or you may stay in seal, which is your arms are straightening and your thighs are still on the floor. And then exhale, curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back to come into your down dog once again. Lift your left leg up from the inner thigh, and then when you come all the way up, let's bend the knee so our right foot is going to point towards our right corner, opening that left hip up. So we're opening the front hip flexors, opening the hip, drawing that left hip down, so don't allow it to just lift and go too high. And then exhale, draw the knee into the chest and place the foot left center of the hands. Press into the right palm. We're going to begin to twist and open to our left side. Deep inhale to extend the left arm up. Lifting that right knee away from the floor of the surface, pulling that left hip in towards the midline. Exhale, release the left hand down. Release the right knee down. Uncurl the back toes and come up, extended arms. Palms are facing forward. So this is like a flying Kapyasana. Again, pulling your left hip back, drawing the hips towards each other to create balance here, right? We're drawing into the midline, lifting, opening, and then exhale, begin to roll the spine, create space in the lower back, or the entire back, flying forward. Cross over, floating the arms out to the back. We're opening the chest, and then again, rolling forward. So it's like we're creating this like sweeping side to side, kind of flying. Opening the chest. 2 more times, maybe the other arm, switching the way the arms go forward. Just opening the shoulders. And then when you're ready, extend the hands out to the side, release them back towards the floor. We're going to uncurl the back toes, lift the back knee, draw the right knee into the chest, and then place the left foot to meet the right foot. Lower the knees back down towards the floor. And then we're just going to sit back and then roll our feet towards the front here. Very good. Extend your legs out towards the front. And here you may also to use a blanket or a pillow to place underneath of your hips. So I'm just going to place a blanket underneath my hips if you find that it's hard to sit straight up. So you want to be able to sit straight up with comfort and ease. So if it feels like you're rounding your back or there's a lot of pressure in your lower back, go ahead and grab a pillow or a blanket to roll to place just under the sitting bones. Bend your knees, that's perfectly fine. If you have a pillow, maybe grab your pillow. We're just going to stay here for just a second. So extending your arms straight up. And then exhale. Extend your arms back as they come down, and then we're just going to clasp them and then just draw them back to open the front shoulders up. So lifting the heart, not pulling it forward, but just lifting it up. Belly stays nice and firm. My knees are bent just a little bit. My feet are flexed at the ankles. My heels are down. My legs are out in front of me. And then exhale, release the hands back forward, maybe placing them on your thighs, maybe shaking your body out a little bit. Feel free to grab a pillow here and place it maybe down on your shins or wherever it fits. Maybe you can place it on your upper thighs. We're just going to extend our arms back up. Remember, triceps face forward. And then just release our body. So we're bending from our hips, so we're tipping our hips forward. And then we're just going to release our upper body onto the pillow. Maybe your head, relaxes onto the pillow. You can turn it to one side. My hands are over top my toes, so I'm extending now my heels out just a little bit, and then I'm pulling just very gently on, my hands are over top of my toes, and I'm just pulling gently back to create a little bit of a stretch here in the back of my leg, my calves, allowing the breath to come into the entire back body. Remember, keeping your belly nice and firm here. Maybe you're just on your forehead here. If you are on one side, be sure to make sure that you switch. So I'll tell you when to switch and go to the other side. Drawing the breath into the back of the heart, keeping the belly firm. As we firm the belly, it allows for a deeper fold too. Pressing the hips back. And then when you're ready, if you have your head to the side, maybe switching sides very slowly. Keep breathing. Maybe straightening the legs out a little bit further away from you. Keeping the belly even more firm. Opening the shoulder blades. Drawing the tips of the outer shoulder blades, the bottom of the shoulder blades, out away from the spine. One more breath. Deep inhale. And then exhale. Release very carefully and slowly roll back up. Maybe remove your pillow off to the side. And you guys may come back into your Sukhasana right where you are, crossing your legs and just closing out. Bring your hands back to heart center. Deep inhale here. Exhale. Maybe just honoring your morning practice, just to open your body and have a good start to your day, to your week. Just allowing things to move and flow naturally without forcing them, without creating stress. Allowing them to wake up. Allowing the mind to open up like a flower blossoming rather than just dumping on it too much information. And then I just want to close out with you and say thank you once again for joining me this morning or this evening, whatever time is morning to you, or whatever time this practice is appropriate for you. And allowing yourself to take the time to focus and soften and just quiet time for you. One more deep inhale here. Exhale. And namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you guys later.